Happy Wednesday, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge nightly 9:30 call-in chat live show that we do each and every night. Man, I just got to say first, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hunter's already been on here ripping my hair. Look, I've put this stuff on the line the last 2 weeks and said that I would shave it, but OU's held up there in the bargain. I haven't had to. So I'm going to show it off tonight while I can.
Jerm, I think you would be doing yourself a favor to at least get it trimmed up a little bit. Looks like
definitely not.
Mike Gundy from like 10 years ago before the mullet with the visor.
I'm a man. I'm 47.
So, yeah, there you go.
Chester, Jay is okay. He's on vacation.
On vacation, yes.
He's on vacation. He's on the West Coast, so it's 2 hours behind us. It's just not really feasible for him to be on our live show because they're busy with family stuff.
Not even that. He's on vacation. Let him enjoy it.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I just got to start with this because the injury report came out. I am utterly shocked that Andrew Anthony's name is even on as question.
I'm shocked as well. That was not something I expected to see tonight. I also didn't expect to see Brendan Thompson listed as questionable. So
he had the MRI. His mother on Twitter had posted something that he's going to be okay, going to have an MRI, but I don't see even if it's a sprain, you're not getting back.
His injury did not look good. The way
he's not
with the amount of force that he got hit with, and to fall back on his own leg like that. So
Burks and Fruit both out.
Good for him. Yes, correct. Not shocked by that. But.
And I guess shocked shouldn't be the word because nothing shocks or surprises me about OU's injury report each and every night. Each and every week.
For Andrew, yeah, he almost went last week. I mean, I kind of thought for a bit, okay, he might go watching him in warm-ups out there, but then they announced on the video board Taylor Tatum, and then from what I was told, Fowler early on said that he was out on the TV broadcast. So maybe they can get him back. If Oklahoma can get him back on top of that rushing attack they had last week,
Robinson?
To where you have Barnes, Robinson as your 1-2 punch, I think that would be very difficult for LSU to stop as they've struggled against the run in the past few weeks.
That's the game plan. You get Barnes back and you just pound it again. As Chester says, pound the ball.
Yeah. Benjamin, Herbie highlighted a lot when I was rewatching the broadcast about at the time, I think it was 5, or maybe it was when Brendan Thompson got hurt to where it was 6 on. He was like, this is something he's never seen for a team to have that much injury issues at one position and all being really good football players. It makes it very hard to win.
And Stiller, man, Jason's not sick. I don't know why you're saying that.
He's on vacation.
Gray God. Again, it's interesting that these are all offensive guys. It has nothing to do with Smitty. Nothing to do with Smitty. Zero zilch, in my opinion. And the funny thing is, Hunter, is everyone who's been saying it, and people have been saying, well, this team, they're tired. They work too hard at practice. They're kind of playing better at the end of the season this year.
That's what's crazy. Last year it was the opposite of, I mean, down the stretch, you could see them wearing down. This year, they've kind of been revitalized almost. And I think some of it's kind of the back against the wall type of deal. I mean, going into that Alabama game, you lose that. I mean, you're 1 week even closer to not making a bowl game. So, and then the few weeks before that, they came out with some juice, just unable to get it done in those games.
Sooner Freak 29, you got to hope OU wins. It would be a great finish to the season. And in the same breath, I could say it'd be a huge disappointment that this team wins those 2 games and can't beat and the way they lost some of the other ones. It would just be bad. And Sooner fan, OU basketball, good win today. Really good win against Providence. About gave the game away, but it was a good win.
Hey, Sam Godwin's like 6'10", 6'11",
yeah,
right? He's in the starting
Yeah.
5. Jalen Moore, only like 20, 21-ish minutes tonight, I
Who's the
believe.
extra O line out, Hunter?
Extra O-line out. I mean,
I haven't.
I don't see,
I mean,
Josh Bates,
same,
but I
it's the
think
same
he's been
guys
on
that
it.
have been out.
I mean, the only other name that I'm seeing, unless I'm missing something, is Caden Woolard is out. Cade McIntyre doubtful. So
Yeah.
I think it's about the same. I mean, Jake Taylor had surgery. Jacob Sexton done for the year. I mean, those guys have been out for, I mean, since both of them since the Ole Miss game.
Chester says it's the biggest non-con. It's the biggest game non-natty since. I mean,
Wait,
no.
what?
Are you saying OU-LSU is the biggest game non-natty?
Hey, I was. I know the other night we were talking about the potential if LSU OU is going to be a rivalry week game for years to come in the SEC. That SEC podcast, SEC Mike, cousin Shane, they were talking about it on their. I think they're live from last night. That it's like a rivalry the teams have only played 3 times, but it feels like a rivalry. Like SEC Mike was
Oh yeah.
when times that he's been to Norman, fans talking about how much they hate LSU, and he's like, "Wait a minute, you've only played them 3 times. Like, why does it matter?" And really, it's only been 2 times recently. I mean, the 03-04 national championship, and then 2019 in the playoffs. Because before that, it was like 1953 in the Sugar Bowl. So yeah, it's interesting. 2 massive brands to have played each
Yeah.
other. I mean, it's OU's first trip to Baton Rouge. So
I mean, I like that. I think
interesting.
it's a great game. It's going to be a great atmosphere.
Great environment. Yeah.
Zachary says, "Why aren't we playing Petaway with 6?" Yeah, I can't answer that question. I don't know what's happened with the Jaquez Petaway stuff.
I like Jacob Jordan's been really good. Don't get me wrong,
Petaway
but
playing snaps.
yeah. Yeah, and if I'm not at practice, so I don't know what's going on there, and if it's something like that, an issue there. But if I was just off of what I think of the guys available in the best potential, I would go Petaway, Jacob Jordan, Zion Kearney. That would be my 3.
Hey, Hunter, I don't foresee Petaway being in the future. He's not.
No, I don't either. I mean, he's not playing right now. And
of all the years he could have been playing, 6 guys go out and he still can't play. I think he's going to go elsewhere.
His career has been so like
weird.
Odd because game 1, like, yeah, it was Arkansas State last year, but he caught, I think, 9 passes or 10 passes. I think it was 10 passes, 9 from Jackson Arnold. But I wanted to say it was 9 from Arnold and he had 1 from DG. Maybe I'm wrong there. It was somewhere like that. And then, okay, so Jaquez Petaway is going to be a part of this team, is what it seemed like. And then he never played again. I mean, really, the only other memorable snap for him in the regular season was that whole Texas. They tried to do that trick play on the kickoff return. He threw the pass forward to Farouk, and then he got a little bit of action in the Alamo Bowl, but I mean, even then, he wasn't really getting targets. So,
Selene, I think they're not playing him by choice, not because they're trying to salvage a year of eligibility. Like, I'd have to look at special teams to see if he's played over 4 anyway. That's what I'd have to see. And I agree. I don't know that PJ Adebawore is leaving. I saw Eric said, I don't know who's leaving.
I have no idea who's leaving. I would imagine that they have over 10 transfer, but that's just a guesstimate. And there's a lot of, kind of, I guess, uncertainty for like where things are. Well, not even just like this team in general. I think across all of college football, the whole scholarship changes going up to 105. Are they going to fund 105? If they're not, does that mean they're keeping their 20 walk-ons type of deal or not? So I don't know. I really don't.
Zachary, we are about to open up the line. Stay tuned. We'll be opening those at the 15-minute mark. So when this hits 15 minutes, we'll open them up. Greg God, look, the stuff that people, no one knows who's leaving. I mean, if your opinion, you think Mitchell's gone, I mean, that's your opinion. I don't see why, especially depending on who they bring in as an OC. Chad, thanks so much for the super. Will the next OC be Arbuckle? I'm at about 60%. I've heard many people say they're still interviewing this week. Like I can't really comment on it because I'm not in the know on that. I think there's probably 4 or 5 names that they are still strongly looking at. Jake Spavital, Craddock, Arbuckle. I don't think Marion's in the mix at all.
No, Marion.
I just said 3. Who am I leaving out?
I mean, maybe a few names. Cade Bell.
So and hey, here's my question, Hunter. Here's my question about coughed it up. Okay. There's been rumors, and by the way, they're all rumors to say that Arbuckle's the OC. All rumors. Okay.
It's not even true. There's none.
I'm saying
like,
that,
don't
Hunter.
even,
I'm saying it. Now listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Everyone who says, yep, it's Arbuckle. Yeah, it's going to be Arbuckle. I guess he's not that great because they're still interviewing. What? Why would they? Look, if I was the clear-cut guy, why would they still be interviewing? Hunter, if I go kill it in an interview and everyone says, Germ, you're the guy, but we're going to go ahead and interview 5 or 6 other people. Come on.
I mean, I think in a lot of fields.
If he's the guy, they're going to make the hire stop interviewing.
In a lot of fields, though, they will go through all of the interviewing process. I don't know how it works for football, but
I think what I think it is they don't know who it is yet. They're still looking. What do you mean weird? I pick and choose.
It's not picking and choosing. It's referring to one
Eddie
report.
Radosevich and people that are in the know today said that there's going to be interviews Friday, Hunter.
Yeah, I don't know. There hasn't.
Someone sent me that.
I mean, it doesn't even matter as much on the interviews. They have not hired anybody, so it's still nothing official.
Bobby, what are you implying? That I pick and choose which reports? No, I know for a fact the one that said he's already been offered the job is all false. That's the one I'm picking at. You can like that person if you want. He's wrong. He hasn't been offered the job yet. I'll tell you what source is most accurate. The University of Oklahoma when the decision's been made. That's the accurate.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen until probably Sunday at the earliest. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I don't like to get caught up in it all.
Yeah.
But Chad, thanks for the super. I'm glad that question sparked my passion a little bit. If y'all had a choice for OC with everyone we're looking at, who would y'all choose? Well, first off, I don't know everyone they're looking at because I'm not in the know. I've already said I like Dan Mullen because of his SEC experience, but that's out the window, it seems. So there's something else in here.
That's where I would be at, Jerm. I mean, there's a few candidates that have SEC experience, and there's also guys that are young.
Craddock.
A young guy worked out for OU recently. It wasn't that long ago where they went that route from a smaller school and the rest is history type deal. I mean, they went on to have one of the best offenses in college football history in that time frame. So, and these guys have done well. It's just there's a lot of uncertainty on are they not only going to do well at a major program, but at a major program in the SEC. So,
and Bobby, yeah, look, I see what you said here, and you said it in the Discord. I'm not disagreeing with your source. I'm saying the one that said it was a done deal, that's the one I'm talking about. That's the only one I'm talking about. Okay? Who's pretty well connected?
He was talking about Bobby, but
I'm not saying Bobby's not well connected. The report, let me clear it up, guys. The report that I said was wrong was the one that said he's already been offered the job. You don't offer the guy a job and then go interview more people. That's all I said.
It's not even worth. I don't even know what the report said, but it's not worth reading because it's
it
very
was a
clear that
hoax.
it's not true. Moving on to Blake Horton. OU loses this game, and it's in a bad way, nullifying everything that happened last week. Does BV potentially lose the job mid-season next year if it's still bad? I don't think they will fire him mid-season. I don't think it would happen. If it's still bad next year, then yeah, it's probably going to be the end of his tenure at Oklahoma because, I mean, you got to find a way to win at Oklahoma type of deal. But, I mean, the Bama win instills even more confidence in Brent Venables from an administration standpoint. I mean, they were already saying after the just about as bad of a loss as you can imagine at Missouri that they still have full confidence in them. And then you go and upset the number 7 team in the country. It's not even an upset. It was a butt whooping. Like they won by 21 points, 3 touchdowns there. So
Sooner fan says it didn't stop the bleeding; it just cured the disease.
And maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I do not see a world in which they fire Brent Venables unless you're somehow looking at them not winning in non-conference and then just stacking losses and kind of the way that like Florida State started the season this year, next year. I don't see that happening.
Hey, Jenna James. Yeah, what I'm saying is I don't know who's doing what. I said it sounds like some people are saying they're still interviewing people. That's all I said. Miguel, I have no preference out of the candidates being listed, if I'm being honest. I think they're all lackluster hires for the University of Oklahoma. And I would agree with that, Bobby, because we'll never be able to say it's a home run hire with any of these guys until they actually prove it, in my opinion. Zach, thanks for the super. What are y'all's takes on our I'm going to say the same thing I've said before. And I've been ripped many weeks, and I've been wrong many weeks. You hear me, Hunter? I've been ripped many weeks. I've been wrong many weeks. My hair's still intact, though. If OU doesn't turn the ball over with pick sixes or fumbles for scooping scores, they're going to have a chance in the fourth quarter. That's what I believe. It's hard for teams to go 80 yards on OU's defense. It has been all year.
Yeah.
Consistently.
See,
do it consistently.
So Zachary, my take on it is Death Valley is a very tough place to play. Very tough. But OU is coming off of, I mean, about as massive of a win as you can have. I mean, it got the field rush that Owen Field that hasn't happened in 24 years. The question, though, is the consistency part of it. Like,
well, it is.
I mean, after the Kip 6, yeah, it's the same boat. I still, if I'm picking LSU by a touchdown because it's at home in Death Valley.
I got him by 4. I got LSU by 4 right now. But
so it's a thing that goes either way. Like this is such a like kind of a coin flip type of game for me, at least picking it, because I mean both teams have struggled with consistency, and then OU's just coming off of I mean just such a momentum building type of win potentially. But I mean also the way they won against Auburn, you would think, okay, at least maybe they could do something against Texas.
But there's 2 things you got to think about. Someone brought it up in the chat. I don't know what LSU's frame of mind is with Brian Kelly. You know how much they're going to play.
If they lose, Brian Kelly is probably
so
filling out the resume on LinkedIn.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I know Fred asked about bowl game and Stutzman. I don't know who's going to play in the bowl game, but I do have to say this. If they already know that they might not be playing in that, then they're donning the crimson and cream and the road whites for the last time in their career. I like that for OU, that it would be their last game as far as, you know, how much they're going to want to go out with the win in Death Valley. That's what I would say.
Hey, road whites this week. Did not think that was happening, Jeremy.
That's because LSU has kind of been cheating the system their whole career. You argued with me in the chat today.
Yeah, you never answered me, so I want to hear where this
They
is going.
basically are skating the system, Hunter. You're supposed to wear your the dark jerseys at home. It's a rule.
Correct. Yeah.
They're skating by the rule they have all the time.
Okay. What about the Dallas Cowboys? They don't wear their home jerseys at home.
They
wear
don't.
white.
I'm sure it's Dallas. They're America's team.
America's team.
I'm just saying LSU has kind of been skating by that all the time. That's not what you're supposed to do.
I like all of LSU's uniforms. I know a lot of people, LSU fans, at least some I talked to, were not happy with the gold or yellow, whatever you want to call it last week. I mean, they have clean uniforms.
It's a great
the
uniform matchup.
Oh, it's great. It would have looked really good of the white jerseys against the crimson jerseys on the road. Yeah. But for OU, those road whites are very, very clean uniforms.
Yeah. Deion Burks is out, Fred. He's not playing. Stiller, man, we will have a Thunderform live after this. Yes. Phone lines are open. Eric says the LSU standard seems higher than OU's if they get rid of Kelly after this year. LSU went 10-3 last year, too. Well, maybe it is. How many years has he been there, Hunter?
Same amount of years as Brent Venables, but I mean,
the difference, Kelly, I think, is inside it doesn't seem right.
And kind of, I think it's also the name of the head coach is part of what elevates it, because I mean, I looked through the LSU media guides trying to find some stuff that I would need talking about LSU. And I mean, one of the first things you see is how Brian Kelly is the winningest active coach in college football. When you're the winningest active coach in college football and you could potentially finish the season 7-5, I might get you fired. I mean, places aren't going to put up with it. LSU, and it's been a weird fit. Yes. Yeah, it did not make any sense to me when they fired Ed Orgeron and brought in Brian Kelly. Like, Ed Orgeron was fired for more than just on the field stuff, but you also have to, and just won a national championship 2 years before that. I mean, it was a weird deal for him to be let go.
Yeah, and they have kind of regressed during the year. I'm only going to read the first two lines, really, of Abe Rojas's. What about Dana Holgorsen? Hear me out. I'm already done. I'm tuning you out because I don't think there's a chance. But it says BV wants someone that can replicate his intensity. There's a lot of guys with intensity. Well, I don't think there's any chance.
I think if you're wanting to replicate intensity, it would have to be like in a positive standpoint. I don't know if you get that with Dana.
Yeah,
Holgorsen.
definitely not.
Like that just does not. I could not imagine a world in which Dana Holgorsen and Brent Venables are on the same staff.
Is Jay on here?
I think he is. What's up, Jay?
Hey, I'm on here real quick. I just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. I know it's been a fun year for everybody on here, and can't talk long, but I did want to get that in. I know you all aren't going live tomorrow, so I wanted to get that in for all the viewers. Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate all you guys and gals every single night being with us. But yeah, and let's get the W this Saturday, guys.
You're bringing tears, Jay. I just don't even.
Seriously, though, everybody have a great Thanksgiving. I'm getting ready to go hang out with family, but I wanted to get that in. So
appreciate it.
Appreciate everybody. Have a good night. You guys keep rocking it.
Enjoy the vacation, Joe.
Yeah, keep rocking it, guys.
Hey, Abe Rojas. No, it sounds again. I'm going to say it again. I don't follow recruiting. On signing day, I'll let you know what I think of recruits and who's signed. But of course, some people now, a lot of people, Hunter, who said he gone.
Yeah.
Now
say
they're
it was me
changing their
saying
tune. Like,
say it was
which
me
one
saying
is
that.
it?
So, I mean,
it's annoying. It's annoying.
He's still visiting A&M this weekend, I believe. But
that'll be a great
OU.
visit.
Yeah, great game. I mean, a game that hasn't happened in what, 13 years now? 12 years.
Yeah. Hey,
like
Tyler,
that.
let me answer this for you. And Eric says no, they wouldn't be hurt. Deion Burks had a concussion that was pretty severe. It sounds like.
Yeah.
And that he's hurt. A quad strain apparently doesn't heal very quickly.
I don't think it was a strain, but I thought it was like.
No, I'm talking about Nick Anderson's.
Yeah, I thought it was more severe than that. Maybe
sorry,
I can't remember what they said. Yeah.
So I don't look. I'm not going to comment on injuries, especially concussions and things. With I don't know. Hunter was telling me earlier about the news of the player that it's a horrible deal. I never questioned something after a concussion.
And one that people need to understand with concussions is there is no that's the one injury where there's absolutely nothing that you can go off of okay, it's this time frame. Like everything can be different. I know from firsthand experience with it. It's just I think with stuff like that, I know it's easy for fans to speculate on concussions and expect guys to be back. They're so every concussion is different. I mean, you can have guys that take what looks like an even worse hit than in this case and all of that, and you're thinking, oh man, they got to be out for some time, and then they're all of a sudden back in the minimum time of concussion protocol, like the 5 days or whatever it is. I'm not sure what the policy is for the NCAA on the exact time frame, but there's possibilities that you can be back within a week. It's not likely. And now with more and more research in all of this stuff with CTE and everything else, I mean, you're seeing it with Tua Tagovailoa in the NFL. I mean, how bad his have gotten. There has to be a precaution there because, I mean, if there's not, you can't continue to play football. I mean, you just can't. There's life after football, and that's more important, not playing football. So, I mean,
Chuck
the safety
right. Burks was
really
good. Burks was good early on in the year. Hey, we need to use the
I
word
think he still leads the team. I think he still leads the team in touchdowns and hasn't scored since week 1. Could be wrong. I would have to look.
Pretty much the only weapon, as someone says. And yeah, it's changed. It used to be smelling salts. I remember Troy Aikman on the sideline, but long term, that's not good. Yeah, I don't think he is either. I think he's going to be a Sooner. He loves Bill Beatenbow. And guys, keep the chat. Let's kind of chill in the chat about calling people names and things like that. Look, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Okay, that's a fact. I don't like it when we start calling names in the chat. It's just annoying. So, whatever. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Whatever we want to say can be said as long as it's clean. I'm going to say that again. That's the rule. That is the rule. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Selwyn.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Selwyn. I hope you and your family have a good day tomorrow and over the weekend and all that. So.
I lost you there for a second. Thunderform Live will be on right after this. Hunter, anything else that in the injury report or that you kind of are looking towards on Saturday?
I mean, I think we covered it all, at least from the OU side of things on the injury report. I mean, it was really Andrew Anthony and Brendan Thompson as questionable that were kind of shockers there on something that you really didn't expect with, I mean, the recency of Brendan Thompson's injury and then Andrew Anthony not playing since week 1 against Temple. And even then, I mean, it was very, very limited. I mean, a couple routes, a couple receptions, not a whole lot from him as he's still recovering from that ACL tear from OU Texas last year. And then Javonte Barnes was probable. I think that was kind of expected with how close he was to playing last week. So, yeah, at least from injury report, who knows how it will be tomorrow. We won't be on here to talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah. Did someone say Obi Aronco was hiding? I thought he's in the NFL.
Obo?
Yeah.
Obo Okoronkwo. Yeah, I mean.
Isn't he still in the league, Hunter?
Yeah, I think isn't he with
It's Zias' cousin, apparently.
Oh, nice. Great Sooner.
Did you guys talk about BB saying he made a bad hire in the – we did last night. We talked about how he was honest. I mean, we talked about how he was honest. I thought it was very honest last night. He obviously –
yeah, I can't even see – I can't even see what's going on in the chat. I have no idea what's going on between the two. I mean, Obo's still in the NFL. He's had a very good career, made a lot of money. So if it's something about that, I'm not sure why.
Chester's ready to call in, I think. I'm waiting for you, Chester, if you got something to say.
Phone lines are open. Well, we'll have
wide
them open till about the final 10 minutes of the show. So
he wants to comment on that. All right, bring it. Let's see it. Comment on it.
Comment on
Call
what?
on in.
You know.
I don't even know what he's going to comment on, but
I don't know either.
I'm here waiting. It's going to pop up in 3, 2, 1. I'm waiting on Chester, but Coconut Greg hasn't been here tonight. Firing beef. Look, Zias, here's what I'll say about that, Zias. Look, anytime OU is 5-5, that's got to be brought up. That's just a fact of the matter.
And now, it was a lot more of a conversation when it was that Missouri loss was the last thing on everyone's mind. I mean, you cannot lose a football game in the way that they did. So
here's Chester. What's up, Chester?
Chester on the phone lines.
What did y'all do to the StreamYard thing? Like I had to re-enter all my info. Anyway, I love that BV said that at the press conference. To me, that says that they're pressuring Joe C's bum finally. How about that?
In what way? How does that have to do with Joe C?
I got a feeling they're tired of Joe C. I hope they are because I'm sick of them.
I don't think it has anything to do with Joe C. BV's the one that, in my opinion.
Well, Chester, I know you're not a fan.
So BV's not a yes man. That's a good thing then.
Hey, Chester, I know you're not a fan of Joe C, but when was the last time that there has been?
When was the last time men's won a national title? 2017 golf. That's a joke.
Okay, if I could finish, when was the last time that an athletic director has been fired for something that's not like budgetary stuff or something?
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. I get it. But his compliance. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about with this compliance. Like, they're very much rule followers compared to other schools that anything goes.
I want to know why people are not allowing people to trash Jackson Arnold and making a big deal about it. Because them same folks trash Rhett Bomar, and Bomar was a pretty good player.
Wait.
I know. People are going to say this, that, and that. I had that whole season on tape. Bomar would put his head down a defensive tackle's chest.
What are you saying? Not allowed to trash Jackson Arnold?
Well, it's like all the Sooner Nation is allowed to trash Bomar, a guy who played for us, but we can't trash Arnold.
People have trashed him all year.
Yeah, but then they get upset. But somebody trashes Bomar, it's accepted. Why? Because he got paid. Everybody who's ever played this game has gotten paid.
Hey, I don't know where I'm pretty sure I've been on here every night for like the last 6 months, and Jackson Arnold's been bashed plenty of times.
Yeah,
a lot.
Only by a certain few of us. That's correct.
No, it's not a certain few. It's, I would say, probably the majority of the fans.
Well, anyway, so Arbuckle is the guy now, huh?
I'm not saying he's the guy.
I don't know. They haven't hired anybody. Yeah, I would.
Well, that's the one they're leaning on.
But yeah.
If it's Arbuckle, we might as well just kiss another 10 years goodbye.
We'll see. I mean, we'll have to see. I can't tell you the future. I'm not Dionne Warwick. If I was, I wouldn't be here tonight. I'd be rich somewhere. Yeah. Hey, thanks for getting us started, Chester.
Oh, no problem.
Have a good Thanksgiving, man. I think we have Kevin Fanstop on here. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, just wanted to jump on here and say thank you for everything and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. It's been a good, difficult year, but good year too. So just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and hopefully everybody gets to enjoy their family and be thankful tomorrow.
Hey, can't say it better, Kevin. We appreciate you guys at the Fan Stop. Appreciate everything that you guys do for us on our channel and just the friendship. We appreciate you. You guys have a great Thanksgiving as well.
Absolutely. You too. See you guys.
Appreciate it, Kevin.
Fan Stop, great people at the Fan Stop. Local company, officially licensed gear. And it would be great for you to go on the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com and check out the shirt of the month.
If there's any LSU fans on here, LSU Fan Stop shirt of the month, get on it. So.
Oh yeah, they got tons of college football teams, and I honestly, it would be a perfect gift because it gives each month. Like it's a very unique gift that you could give that would show up each and every month of the year. That would be great. They're getting after it in the chat.
Guys, like
Philip says, I didn't know Craddock was spelled Arbuckle. So yeah, I don't get that. Why can't we trash Jackson Arnold? Like that's all it's been.
I was confused on that.
I'm probably the only one who hasn't trashed him enough.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody last night actually of still not happy with Jackson Arnold. I mean, we had this argument the other night on the show, Monday night, I think, over a good performance from Jackson Arnold.
I don't think any Sooner fan, Hunter, I don't think any Sooner fan, and this kind of goes with what Eric, Grey God, Zias are all saying. I don't think any Sooner fan can sit here right now on November 27th, the day before Thanksgiving, and say, I'm happy with this season. Not one Sooner fan could say that.
No.
And not one Sooner fan could sit there and say, I'm happy with the quarterback play.
Yeah.
I mean, all that's true. Now, could BV turn it around? I have, you know, my thoughts on BV. I love BV. He's the guy that I would love to have it happen for. Turn around and win a natty. I'd love it.
Oh, great guy. Yeah, he has to. And I think you can also say in the same breath on like the quarterback play comments of people acknowledging that just about nobody would be successful in the situation that those quarterbacks were put in this year. I mean, it was bad all around for as bad as it could be for them, from the coaching, from the offensive line not gelling and not being able to figure out really anything until maybe last week. They figured it out, at least in the run game.
Pro Hunter.
Exactly. And it was only the run game. I mean, they only dropped back 11 times and all of that. And then, I mean, 6 wide receivers down as well. Like it's a rough deal all around.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Am I happy with BV? Yeah, I love BV. Am I happy with the win-loss? Absolutely not. You can't be. Someone said you can't be trashing players. I have never, I don't think anyway, personally attacked or trashed any player. Now, I've trashed their play, and here's the deal. When you're getting $1 million to play college football and an education, I think trashing someone's play and performance is okay. I think it's okay to do.
I mean, it's part of sports, like.
And Eric, I got to say something to Eric real quick because we kind of ended on bad terms 2 nights ago, I think it was. Eric, I was right when I said that you kind of disappeared after the Bama game. And what I meant by that, let me explain what I meant by that. What I meant by that was you weren't commenting at all. You weren't even saying that it was a good win. Like you just went bye-bye because there was nothing bad to say. That's what I meant. And that was true. You didn't say really anything good. Now, your comment here, is it premature because they won a game? Absolutely. That's why I said I want to see it again. Even if they beat LSU, I'm not ready to say this ship has turned the right way yet. I would say it's in the right direction. I would say there's some signs that BV's still got the team really good with bought in, but all that. But yeah,
he has a team.
I didn't say the Discord.
He has a team about as bought in as you can have, and that part is honestly the most impressive thing that Brent Venables has done. Like, I mean, yeah, you would have to imagine that at times there would be some tension in the locker room of a defense versus offense when how the defense is out there performing and the offense can't do anything for them. But from a public point of view, you never heard about it. They never talked about it. I mean, they were completely bought in regardless of how low things were. I mean, even the 2 days after, I mean, right after the Missouri loss, 2 days after the Missouri loss, when they had time to watch over the film and all of that and still go out and talk to the media, they were still bought in. They still believed that they could beat Alabama, and guess what? They did. So, yeah, that's been the most impressive thing from Brent Venables this year is how he's been able to keep the team together, because a lot of coaches, a lot of programs could be in the situation that Oklahoma is in right now, and it would not be the same result. You would be players making some comments that a lot of people wouldn't like to the public and all of that about things behind closed doors. That's not happening. So hats off to him for that.
Hey, I don't think it's okay to really call people clowns. That's what I'm saying, Ron. I don't call players that. I don't really call coaches that, and I don't like that term. Really.
It seems a little bit more personal of a term. Like none of it. Anytime a coach player is criticized, it shouldn't be personal. It's nothing against them on a personal level. It's about their performance.
I'm going to give Chester credit. Chester is not in a clique. Chester is his own dude. Just he calls in every night. He tells it what he thinks it is, and that's what we want. Everyone tell it like they see it, and if people disagree with you, it's okay. What do you think about the conference mergers? As Fanstop says, seeing the conference mergers, how scheduling within your conference from year to year will be a big deal. It absolutely will be.
I mean, I wish I had an answer for you, because what's going on right now isn't working. When you look at the SEC and how competitive it has been from really top to bottom, like, I mean, other than a few schools at the bottom, I mean, you're seeing big time upsets. I mean, Florida looked like their season was completely over. Billy Napier going to be fired. Look at the run that they're on. I mean, other than that blowout loss to Texas on the road, I mean, they've upset two teams ranked and ended their seasons. Like completely ended their seasons over the last couple weeks. And then you look I mean, as of right now, if the playoff committee had to field the bracket right now, only 3 SEC teams are getting in. You look at the Big Ten, they're getting 4. 3 of those teams have only played Ohio State. Of those teams in the top 4, Ohio State's the only one that's played them all. It's really not fair. I mean, you're punished for having a very tough schedule. I mean, with South Carolina, they lost some games they shouldn't have lost. With Alabama, same thing. They got blown out by Oklahoma. With Ole Miss, I mean, they had bad losses, but they still, I mean, Alabama and Ole Miss, they beat Georgia. Georgia's a top 10 team in the country and arguably the best team in the SEC. Georgia beat Texas.
I mean, it's gonna
be. I don't know. I don't know how you solve it, because the Big Ten is up there with the SEC. I still would say the SEC is on a whole different level compared to the Big Ten because of just the pure depth. Yeah. I mean, the Big Ten, there can only be so much depth. Maybe Indiana sticks around. I would imagine Michigan is back next year. But who else is Nebraska going to be back? Maybe Iowa.
No telling push. There's no telling who's going to be
watched. There isn't right now, Jared. But what I'm getting at is, I don't think that it's going to be a consistent where there's 8, 9 teams fighting for 4 to 5 playoff spots. As Ron says, it's like the NFL. I mean, NFL, it's any given Sunday. Anyone can beat anyone. That's how it's been in the SEC this year.
Couple of things to get to. One, I saw the Sinister Six. I guess it's people trying to name people in the chat, which is hilarious. I guess people, I guess take that as a compliment if you're in that group, because you've got a title to your name. They've created a group. Then I want to say, Stiller Man, we appreciate anyone who's on here, each and every night. Now, yeah, there are some OGs, there are some newbies, there are those who have been with us 2 months, or some who are probably on here tonight thinking, what the heck's happening in the chat? I'll tell you what's happening. The same thing that happens every night at the Sooner Surge. We're not going to sit here and tell you can't be in the chat with your opinions. We're not going to not allow you to call in unless you're just going to be vulgar, crude, or use profanity. Otherwise, it's pretty much fair game. Okay? And that's what is unique about this channel. That's what I love about it. And I hope that's what you guys in the chat love about it. That there can be some bantering and some camaraderie all the way around. Selwyn doesn't feel, I saw Jerry said he felt really good because LSU maybe doesn't bite in on Kelly right now. Selwyn's kind of the opposite. I honestly don't feel good about LSU. They're going to sell out to stop the run and put a spy on. But listen, if they sell out to stop the run, Selwyn, and they put a spy on Arnold, it is 100% man up on everywhere across the board. You've got to be able to hit a couple, and they cannot keep doing that.
Well, they got to get open, and then, yeah, you got to make the throw as well. In a very
There's only
tough
7 likes, Hunter. What's going on tonight?
No idea. Not sure. I haven't looked at any of the YouTube analytics tonight. So
neither have I. All I know is tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I'm ready for some turkey. Sweet potatoes being made tomorrow morning.
Sweet potatoes.
I like a lot of cinnamon with a little sweet potatoes. That's how we do it here at our house. A lot of cinnamon, brown sugar, a little bit of sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I don't even think. Anytime I make them, I don't even think I put cinnamon in it. I just do about half a bag of brown sugar and marshmallows on the top.
Hey, Sooner WX, guess what? Hey, Sooner WX, whether you want to believe me or not, wait, we got shocking news here. Tyler Walker is a new member. Tyler has joined. Tyler, right now, Tyler, email us, OUSportsRoundup@gmail.com. I'm going to say it again. OUSportsRoundup@gmail.com. Okay.
Discord is going to be you can hop in lively tonight.
Should be lively tonight. And,
so, Germ, turkey,
got to be clean.
Turkey over ham, Germ?
On Thanksgiving, absolutely.
I was
getting ready to get with something, and it was. I was getting ready to get to something, and I don't remember what it was now. Hundreds. Oh, it's this right here. I'm going to be happy wherever Arnold is because I'm going to be happy with who the quarterback is at OU because I'll support whoever it is. I supported Hawkins when he was quarterback.
Will you still be a Jackson Arnold fan if he's not at OU?
I won't follow his career. I don't follow Dylan Gabriel. When they're not at OU, I don't really follow them, Hunter. Like I haven't really followed Marcus Major and Tawee Walker at all. I just don't. I don't do that.
All right, cool. I watch a lot of college football. Sooner fan did not see that with Roll Tide Willie. I know he was not happy with the loss, and that was a rough couple of days for Roll Tide Willie. And if you guys watched Paul Feinbaum, a legend, the other day, some of the phone calls they were getting. That was a good show. He was. I did not get to watch that. I was working.
He told about his jersey. Told about the jersey incident.
Yeah, he said it Monday night on or at player media availability of kind of a mix-up type of deal. But
now, hey, I have said a lot, Hunter, about Jackson Arnold, and I've got ripped for a lot of it. What Jim K says right here, I don't see how anyone can disagree with this.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't. What Jackson Arnold did by just saying, I'll come back and play when he didn't have to. He could have just redshirted and saved a year, guys. That's pretty big time. Come on.
Yeah. And then how he
responded.
Think
that's not big time, call me right now and explain why.
Yeah. Well, that would be the last call of the night. Jerm, we're about in the final 10-minute window. But yeah, if somebody wants to do that, go ahead. But and not only the redshirt thing, how he responded after the Missouri loss. I mean, the Jackson Arnold non-fan club was about as loud as it could get following that Missouri loss with the turnovers and all that. And then for him to be able to respond, completely put it behind him and go out there and have the game that he did, over 100 yards on the ground, no turnovers, 9 of 11 from the field, is impressive. And massive upset win that he led his team to.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you can doubt, like Fansop said, you can't doubt the love that he kind of has for the University of Oklahoma. One thing I want to say here is I rewatched some more of the OU-Bama game. When they got to the goal line and got under center, I thought this was a phenomenal play call. They get under center, Hunter. I was actually worried about a fumble there when they go under center because they never do it. They get under center. Dion Kearney comes in motion, fake reverse, option left, pitch left, walks in for the touchdown. I thought that was Bobby's not sold on him in the portal. I'm not either, especially if you don't have anyone coming in.
Yeah, I've been saying it all week. Like, I think Oklahoma should do everything they can to keep Jackson Arnold. I think he's better than anybody.
Hawkins, though?
What? Well, I mean, you're going to have to make a choice. I think you're only keeping one out of the two. I would go with Jackson Arnold. Well, yeah, it's a possibility if they both leave, Germ. But I think of any quarterback that could go if their OC is hired and all of that, I would still, if I had the ability to make the decision, I would go with Jackson Arnold. I think there's something there if he has reliable coaching and all of that, if they make the right hire and give him a chance to succeed next year. I mean, unless some massive name that no one's talking about enters the portal, I don't know who could be much better. And then if that were to happen, it's going to cost a whole lot of money to make that happen. And there's teams out there that are going to be putting up well over 7 figures to get their quarterback out of the portal.
And really, Real is right. Hawkins is a true freshman. He was turning heads in practice. So I think Hawkins is going to be super special too. He's got great talent, and he is just a true freshman. Hey, Blake, you're 100% wrong here. I'm just going to flat out say it. You are 100% wrong because it's not the same game they played. Go watch the Alabama game and count how many different running plays they ran. Again, they ran it left, they ran it right, they ran it outside, they ran inside, they ran shuttle pass, they ran reverse, they ran pitch options, they ran this play 5 times where they snapped on Arnold. He had the option to pitch it or run. It was a totally different scheme.
Way different. And Chuck, you're right. I mean, there is something that ties both of those players back to Oklahoma. I just think that with Hawkins, he also burned his red shirt. He played 4 games. Or 5, sorry. Yeah, he played in 5 games. He burned his red shirt. There's something. Did he play in 5? I'm so confused right now. I'll correct that. But
yeah,
there's something there. And then also the same thing of paying players. I mean, there's a talk of Oklahoma's going to really open it up in the NIL world this year. Can't spend too much money on multiple players in the same position group where only one of them is going to play. That's just not going to happen. I would be absolutely shocked if Oklahoma somehow managed to keep both quarterbacks. I don't think it happens.
It's odd because Michael Hawkins, his dad was a Sooner, so that's a unique thing. Chuck says, why do you guys think just because the guy brings his quarterback up? Look, here's the deal, Chuck. A quarterback to follow an OC and not start would be a very weird deal. It just creates awkwardness.
It's that, and it's also, in today's day and age, quarterback battles are a lot different than they used to be. Because before you could have it, and there's no really, at least legal money attached to any of it. Now there is. And, I mean, donors are not going to like it when they put a lot of money towards a player, or if you're with revenue sharing, giving a good sized portion of your revenue that you have to the player, and they're not even going to get to play. I mean, quarterback only one's going to get to play. You don't play multiple quarterbacks unless there's some sort of injury and all that. So it's a difficult situation on deciding who you want when you're looking at seniority and years of eligibility remaining and all that. And then you also have to remember, okay, who else are you bringing in? Like right now, Oklahoma doesn't have a quarterback in 2025, but they have a really good one for 2026. So that's something else to factor in. And I get it, Chuck. Like, yeah, the competition still needs to be there. It's just, how do you make it work when there's money involved? And a lot of money. I mean, teams are paying a lot of money for quarterbacks. Look at there's some quarterbacks that got paid a lot of money that I don't think they're that good this past year in the transfer portal.
Yeah, and I think a great comment here by Jerry Donald. I wish my fellow service peeps a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you to all the veterans who served. I appreciate very much all those that lost loved ones so we can be free. Thanks for your service, Jerry. Thanks to all those who have served. And, yeah, listen, I just got to say this as we close this tonight. A couple of shout-outs. Shout out to Hunter, who's been on here as Jay's been on vacation enjoying family time. Shout out to the fan stop. I'm telling you guys, it would really, you'd really be satisfied if you get on the fanstop.com. It'd be a great Christmas gift to sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club for someone who is a college football fan. Find their team and send them a shirt each month. Okay. For all those in the chat, those who are saying great things, those who are maybe even going after each other, I appreciate each and every one of you. I do. I hope that in the bantering, there's still some love there. There's still some appreciation for each person, because that's what I want. Listen, I love having disagreements. I grew up with it. Jay and I grew up with it each and every day. Hunter and I do it all the time. We have conversations on the phone where we're yelling at each other, okay? But in the end, we still appreciate each other. And I hope there's that same thing with you guys as well. Anyone that I disagree with, I still appreciate. So I want to say that before we get off here tonight, an announcement. We are going to not be on live tomorrow night, okay? Tomorrow night and Friday, guys, we are going to be off 2 nights. It feels weird to even say, because I don't think we've missed 2 nights in a row since we began this.
It's been a long
podcast.
time if it's even happened. So,
but
yeah,
with traveling, family time, we're going to take 2 days off. Okay, we've got to do that, and we want to do that, and we'll rock this thing back on Saturday as OU goes to Death Valley. It's going to be awesome as OU goes to Death Valley. But can't wait to see everyone there. Hey, we do appreciate you. Okay, hit the like before you get off of here. We'd appreciate that, and check out the fan stop. And I sincerely, honestly, genuinely wish each of you a happy Thanksgiving. Okay. Enjoy your family time together. We'll get back at this, disagreeing and agreeing. All that can wait 2 days, but we'll see you on Saturday. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving and Black Friday if you're a shopper. We will see you Saturday.